Okay, here's what I said. Did you read the story?
Yeah, I read the highlights. Yeah.
Did you read the other Palin controversies? Here's my favorite. Now remember, this is from an Obama supporter. Quote, iffy friends. She apparently has iffy friends. If you're an Obama supporter, are you bringing up shady friends?
Yeah, look, I know. Look, there is no principle that the press, that Obama supporters, that the Obama campaign, that has been set up over the last 18 months about what is legitimate or illegitimate, right? I mean, what the rules are, whatever the rules have been up until Sarah Palin was announced, have all been thrown out the window. Every single thing that the Obama people said was illegitimate, out of bounds, not right, has all become the central attack on Sarah Palin. I used to be a media critic. I believe in liberal media bias, but I kind of got bored with that stuff. I have not been more outraged and disgusted with the groupthink feeding frenzy that we've seen over the last few days. It is disgusting. It is a scandal. 6 months, a year from now, there'll be all these pointy-headed little panel discussions at the Columbia Journalism School about how we went too far, about how, you know, we really lost all of our safety guards, and isn't it a shame? But hey, it's not that bad because Barack Obama is president. It's disgusting what's happening.
Okay, hang on. Let me show you something. This America took 18 months before you saw this on your television screen. Watch me.
And then wants us to sing God Bless America. No, no, no. Not God Bless America. God damn America. That's in the Bible for killing innocent people. God damn America.
Okay, media didn't seem to have a problem with that. Again, it took forever before they decided to expose that. It took 5 days for them to find this on Palin.
Our national leaders are sending them out on a task that is from God. That's what we have to make sure that we're praying for, that there is a plan and that plan is God's plan. So bless them with your prayers.
Okay. She's talking about our troops. What the media, who was it that said, this is from NBC. Michael Levine said, it's pretty uncomfortable stuff. It's bad, really bad. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. All she's talking about is pray that there is a plan and that it is God's plan. In other words, your will, not mine. The media doesn't even begin to understand this.
Well, also, if you actually go and you look at what Barack Obama has said at various religious, forums, he has said explicitly that he's a believer in the social gospel, that Jesus tells him to endorse his welfare state policies, all these sorts of things, is the exact same sort of language, but worse, very theocratic stuff. He says that we can create a kingdom of heaven on earth if we follow his programs. The idea that somehow this stuff hasn't come out of, that Obama hasn't said, wanted to merge religion and politics is ridiculous. When he was a community organizer, his job was to politicize churches. But none of that is scary.
Yeah,
the double standards are enormous here.
Yeah, you know what's amazing is I did 3 hours today on the double standards on radio, and it's so easy. I mean, it's just, for instance, the problem again here from Michael Levine on NBC on this was that she's talking about we have to make sure we're finding God's will. Well, I don't need to I don't need to give you anything, but do you remember this picture, America, of Barack Obama at the wall? Remember that? And then his campaign okayed the release of the little prayer that he stuffed into the wall, and here's what it said, quote, Lord, protect my family and me, forgive me my sins, help me guard against pride and despair. Give me the wisdom to do what is right and just, and make me an instrument of your will. What is the difference, media?
Oh, look,
none.
It is bowel-stewingly angry-making. I mean, what Sarah Palin has shown up to be is she's a die marker of asininity, right? It's like you can tell who is just willing to make a fool out of themselves in defense of Barack Obama or out to get this Republican pro-life woman simply by this story. It is an amazing phenomenon that we're watching. It's going to be studied for a very long time.
Here's my theory, that the media and everybody who has been behind this clown show in the last couple of years where the truth doesn't matter, they know that Palin possibly, I'm not saying she is, but if she is who she says she is, and she is a true reformer, and can reform from the GOP from the inside, like she has the politics of Alaska, the progressive movement will be set back by 50 years because this woman could mean that Obama doesn't win the election. If Obama doesn't win, if you don't win with a guy who what have we spent? $1 billion? He's a guy who you can't say anything about. He's a perfectly politically correct. He's handsome. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's black. He's everything. They put all of the chips here. If you can't win with a progressive platform from Barack Obama, you can't win with progressives in the United States.
I think there's a lot to that. I mean, we don't know if Sarah Palin is going to be this, Reaganite transformative figure as a reformer.
Right.
I mean, there's time to tell on that. But I think I agree with you entirely. There are several reasons why this has happened. One is the press hates to be surprised.
Yes.
And it doesn't know what to do when it's surprised. It just floods the zone. It ignores all of the previous rules. It gets on this feeding frenzy thing. But another thing is, look, presidential elections in the last 40 years have basically become the frontline battles in the culture war. And Sarah Palin represents an idea, a counter-narrative about women, about religion, about life in America that drives the cultural left batty.
Okay.
And they're terrified of her.
Jonah, thank you very much. We'll talk.